Culture can inspire. Culture can elevate. Culture can connect us to something deeper. But what happens when culture is weaponized, when it becomes a tool to shame, silence, or dominate? Culture, like any form of power, can build or destroy. In this episode, we explore how culture becomes a weapon and how we reclaim it as a tool for truth. Culture is not neutral. It carries meaning, emotion, and influence. It can be a bridge or a barrier, a light or a shadow, a healing force or a dividing line. Throughout history, rulers and empires have used culture to shape minds and to silence dissent. Culture is a mirror, but it can also be a mask. Cultural identity gives us roots and belonging, but when it's twisted, it becomes a tool for exclusion. We hear it in words like, "You're not really one of us," or "A true man, woman, or believer must do this." That isn't culture, it's coercion. True culture invites. Weaponized culture imposes. We must be careful when pride turns into policing. Every society has gatekeepers, the ones who decide what's acceptable and who belongs. They might be religious authorities, influencers, political leaders, or even family elders. When culture is used to control thought, silence questions, or punish difference, it stops being culture and becomes dogma. Cancel culture, in many ways, is just modern cultural weaponry. It says, "Agree with us or be erased." One of the oldest weapons of culture is the illusion of superiority. Colonization, forced assimilation, and suppression of indigenous voices all carry the same message. Our way is higher. European empires justified conquest by calling themselves civilized. But any culture that claims supremacy isn't culture, it's propaganda. Culture should never be used to dominate, only to illuminate. Today, culture is used to sell products, win elections, and shape algorithms. It's used to divide societies and reinforce echo chambers. Entire industries profit from cultural outrage and tribal loyalty. And when every message is filtered through identity, we stop thinking and start reacting. We must ask ourselves, is this cultural message helping us think or just keeping us loyal? Culture is meant to serve truth, not replace it. If our culture can't handle questions, it's not strong. If it punishes growth, it's not sacred. True culture says, "Come as you are and grow." We may disagree, but we can still build. It listens, it evolves, it leads with wisdom. We don't have to agree with every tradition to honor culture, but we must never weaponize it. Culture must be a path to freedom, not a prison of fear. So how do we move forward? We build cultures of dialogue, not domination, curiosity, not conformity, healing, not humiliation. We stop using culture to prove who's right and start using it to ask what's true. We stop silencing people and start listening again. Culture is powerful, but power without purpose becomes oppression. Let's reclaim culture as a space for reflection, not retaliation, for learning, not labeling. Because when culture becomes a weapon, it divides. But when culture becomes a tool for truth, it builds. Join me next week as we ask, can culture be bought? The commercialization of meaning. Until then, walk wisely, live freely, build culture with truth. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Beyond the Veil. I hope it gave you something to think about, something that will bring you closer to the truth. And I'd love for you to be a part of this journey. Make sure you subscribe, share this video with a friend, and leave a comment to let me know what stood out to you. Together we can bring more light to the world. See you next time.